Okay, we are ready to publish our first article in Associated Content. Let's start by looking at the screen that we have here. You can see that pieces of content, the default type is text, and the default template is general article, which is what we want. On the other side of the screen, we have the calls for content section where you can choose to write about a pre-selected topic chosen for you by the company. I'm not going to do anything with that right now, but you can if you want to. So let's go ahead and write our general article. Okay, so rights and payment is the first section of settings. If you previously published this content elsewhere, we're going to say no, and we are going to provide associated content exclusive rights to our article, which makes it automatically eligible for distribution to Associated Content's partners. And payment-wise, we want an upfront payment and automatic performance payments, because that's how you make the big money. And so we'll click Save and Next. Okay, now that we are on the title and content section, we are going to enter the information that we want. So we can prepare a real article, so we're just going to use some dummy text. In title, you put the descriptive title of the article, what it's called, very simple. Subtitle is optional, you can add a little something extra. And then description overview is probably the most important part of this, because this is where you summarize what your article is going to be, and also where you sort of sell it, because this is what would come up if someone searched for your article. This is what they would see. And then we get to the text body, which is just that. It's where you enter the actual text. In this, it has some basic formatting so that you can bold text and underline things and create hyperlinks and italicized text lists, that sort of thing, if you want to do that. If you're pasting in from a word processor, you probably won't need to do that. You just paste it in and it should stay fine. Okay. Let's move on to the next step. Okay. Extra information makes it sound like it isn't important, but it's probably more important than almost anything except the actual text of your article. So the first thing that you're going to select is a category, and if you get the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Associated Content, you'll see a list of all of the categories and subcategories that are available. Let's say, for the sake of moving this along, that our article is about movies, because that's one of the things I see on the screen. The next thing you're going to select is tags. And tags are what you would want someone to be searching for in a search engine like Google or Yahoo that would land them on your article. So if my article is about movies, then I'm going to put the name of the movie, or one of the stars of the movie, or the kind of movie that it is. And you can only have 5 tags per article. So, think about all of the tags that you might use, and then pick the 5 that you think are most relevant and most specific to your article. Like, if my article is about movies, I'm not going to use film as a tag, because that's too broad, and it doesn't really tell anyone anything about my article. You want to be specific to what your content is. Okay, the next section is called Content Highlights. Content highlights, this is completely optional, but it's sort of, pieces of information or discussion points. If your article is informative and sort of more educationally focused, then that's a great idea for this. That's where you want to include it. It's not a big deal. It's not something that is going to make or break your article or make them publish or not publish it on Associated Content. So I wouldn't worry about that one too much. The next section is engaging or interesting fact, which is also optional, but I think is a little bit easier to do and probably something good to include. And an interesting or engaging fact could be, a quote that you think is really, really great, or a statistic that's in your article that's really strong and really important to the point that you're trying, and also that would make someone want to read your article. So spend a little bit of time thinking about it. Again, it's not, you don't have to have this in order to publish your article, but supporting links. And supporting links really are links to other sites or articles that match the content that you're using. This is not where you write your sources. Your sources will be in your content body at the end of your article. So do not worry about do not put that in the section. One great thing to do here is obviously to search associated content and find another article that's similar to yours or supports, what your point is. Obviously, if it's written by you, that's even better because then you're linking to yourself, and that's always great. So we're going to enter this information if we have it, and then move on to the next step.